So hello everyone, welcome to this video. This video is about the basic concepts in Python. The most important topic that we need to discuss about is data types. In this video we'll discuss about integers, float and complex numbers and how we can use them in Python, how Python treats these numbers. So initially what actually integers are? Their integers are whole numbers. They don't have any decimal point, as we know all that. They can be positive, negative or even zero. So how Python will treat integers, how it will take. Let's go with an example. So example 1 is a is equal to 10. 10 is an integer, positive integer. B is equal to minus 5. B minus 5 is a negative integer. C is equal to 0. This is also an integer. So we are assigning some value to the variables here, and let's check the type of the variables. Let's check the type of wafer, suppose. Check it. It's taking some time. Here we have assigned some values to variables, different types of integers to the variables, and checking what type of variable it is. So this is class int, and also check the other data types, other variables also. And let's see print C also, print type of C. So all the data types are of integer types here. And let's see one more example on integers. So Python in here it also allows very large numbers. For suppose if I want to create a big number like this, big number is equal to any decimals, any numbers, and let's check whether this is acceptable in Python or not, whether this take this much of big number or not. Yeah, let's check the type of the big number also. Let us see. Yeah, I haven't closed this print function, so it is throwing an error. And see, yeah, it allows, Python allows any number of any even huge number, so very large number. And let's check for one more example here. So suppose x is equal to 7, y is equal to 3. Let's do some operation on the both variables, x plus y, and print x multiplying y, and check. Yeah, this is also allowed. So arithmetic operations are also allowed on the integers we are providing. So here what happened is x plus y, it adds the numbers. So 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. And here in x multiplied by y, 7 times of 3 is 21. So those are integer numbers and some operations on it. And now let's check the float points. What are float points? They are nothing but decimals. So not actually whole numbers or integers, or quite always we don't use them. Even float points are very much everywhere important. So how float points are managed in Python? Let's see with an example here. Code 1, example 1, a is equal to, let's give some decimal number here, and minus 3.14. let's check the type of both variables, type of a and print type of b, and see here we have assigned 10.5 to variable a, minus 3.14 to variable b. And what the type of a is float and type of b is float. These are decimals are also allowed in Python. So here it is called as a float points, float data type. And one more example for float. Let's suppose x is equal to 5, y is equal to 2, print x by y, and see how the operation will be. In this example what happened is, even though x and y are integers, we are using division, performs it here, it performs a division and returns a float. So 5 by 2 is nothing but 2.5. So even the returning output is also can also be float. It even allows float points as output. And one more thing, print one more example on float is 0. Whether do some operations or not. Let's check it. So 0.1 plus 0.2, whether this allows or not. Yeah, it is allowing. So this is the interesting case, because see, Python prints many decimals. This happens because floating point numbers are stored in binary format. In order to avoid any precision errors, it is accepting in a binary format. And one more data type, one more data type is in numericals is we have seen integers and float points, and another thing is complex numbers. Complex numbers in mathematics are quite so important, so we are making many programs on complex numbers. So how we take the complex numbers in Python? Example 1, see, complex is nothing but z is equal to real part n followed by imaginary part. So z is equal to 2 plus 3, and see whether Python is accepting complex numbers or not. Type of z, see, I is not allowed in Python, we need to give z. Okay, so yes, this allows, Python allows the complex numbers also. And let's see one more example on complex numbers. Example 2, z is equal to, we can also even create complex number using the function like this, 2 comma 3, complex is the function, and these are the two variables for creating the complex number, and check whether this creates a complex number or not. Yeah, it's creating 2 plus 3 is a. So this is another way of creating the complex number using complex function. And another example for complex number is z is equal to 4 plus 5z. Print the real part of it. If we want the real part of z, we can use z dot real, and if we want the imaginary part of that, we can use z dot imag. Z is a variable where it is pointing towards 4 plus 5z, the object, and if we want the real part of it, we can add some method like z dot real, and z dot imaginary will be the imaginary part of that. So here 4 is a real part it has given, and 5 is a imaginary part, so it's displayed it. And next thing we need to discuss about on data types is how to identify the type of the data type. We even up to now we have made some operations also in this video only. However, we will make a separate understanding on that. Here, print type of 10. Directly we can give some value and check whether what type of data type it is, and type of 10.5 or 1.5, and print type of 2 plus 3z, and check what type of data types these are. So 10 is an integer, so it reflected int data type. So 1.5 is a decimal, so it will be reflected as a float. It is known as float in Python, and 2 plus 3 is a complex number, so the same is displayed here. So it works. And now let's check one more example. Assigning a variable like this, x is equal to 5, print type of x. Even this is allowed, we have checked it earlier. So this x is nothing but an integer, x is pointing towards the object 5, so 5 is nothing but an integer, so this belongs to the class int. And one more example, so class 3, example 3, x is equal to 10, x is equal to 3.5, print type x. Let's check it. What happened here is, initially we all know that in variables we have seen this, X is equal to 10. Initially X is an name identifier, it is pointing towards object 10, and another object is 3.5 is created and X is pointed towards 3.5. Then we can so variable change can also be, variables can also be assigned different values meanwhile while you are running the program. So print type of X will initially in the later stage it has converted, it is pointing towards 3.5, so it will display float. This is nothing but overwriting. And let's check some mathematical operations on this. And for in example 1, so A is equal to 10, B is equal to 3, and print sum A plus B, whether this allows it or not. Let's check. Print A plus B and print A minus B. Let's see. Yeah, it is allowing us. So A is 10 and B is 3. The arithmetic operation addition of this is 13 and A minus B is 7. So Python allows some mathematical operations on the values we have taken. And example number 2, let's check. Print A by B. We have already assigned some values earlier, and let's print A by B and print A double slash B. What, these are two operations we can, these are the other two operations we can perform. Here it is a float division, it gives the exact value, nothing but a proper division. This is a float division, this removes the decimal points, so only 3 is displayed here. When we use double slashes, it gives a float division. Any point, any float number is generated out of the division, that will be removed. So this is float division, this is float division. Okay, and one more example is on operations. So A double star B and A percentile B. Let's check this. Here double asterisk is nothing but 10 to the power. It gives power, mean in the sense 10 to the power. Here A is 10 and B is 3, it means 10 to the power 3. If we want to give exponential form, then we need to use double asterisk. So 10 power 3 is nothing but 1000, it is displayed here, and this is a percentile, it gives a remainder of that. So 10 percentile of 3 is nothing but 1. So when 10 is divided by 3, what is 3 3 is 9, so remainder is 1, so 1 is displayed here, that is percentile. And very large numbers, whether Python allows very large numbers or not. This is one of the powerful feature of the Python, it allows very huge numbers also. Let's check this. For suppose I'm directly creating using power exponential form, 10 to the power 50, print big. Yes, this allows, this creates a number with 50 zeros. Python handles easily, it can without even overflowing this. So there's a capacity of the Python, how easy it is and how it can handle huge numbers. And one more example for very large numbers is huge is equal to, let's create our own number, our huge number. Huge is equal to, suppose 999 all lines, and print huge plus 1. Let's do some operation on this huge number, whether this works out or not. Yes, this worked out, we got the exact addition of these two. So even huge numbers like this are also allowed, even, and operations on that are also allowed. That's a strange thing, great thing on Python. And also it allows, let's see one more example like this. 10 to the power 100 multiplied by 10 to the power 5. Let's check this. See, this multiplies very two large numbers. Here 10 to the power 100 is multiplied by 10 to the power 5. So it can compute accurately without losing any precision. So these are and one more thing we can go through is we can do some multiple assignments at once. Like multiple assignment means giving some variables continuously and assigning the values in the same line. So for suppose A comma B comma C is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30. Let's see, print ABC. Yes, so this is allowed. Here A is assigned 10 and B is assigned 20 and C is 20. In a single line we can assign values to the variables. This is called multiple assignments, and even we can try in into the way like this, different types of data also, using different data types also it is allowed. So 1 comma 2.5 comma 3 plus 4j is also allowed. And see what is printing here, whether the data is stored in the proper way or not. Let's check this. Yeah, here we got space. Yeah, even this is allowed. So different data types in a single line, multiple assignment is also allowed. So, and one more thing, one more function we can do, we can add is absolute and rounding off, whether in numbers we can do this or not. We will be going through absolute numbers, right? Absolute of minus 10. Let's check this. Yes, 10. Absolute is the function here. We are adding some value inside it. Minus 10 is a value. So absolute of minus 10 is nothing but 10. So 10. It has displayed it in the correct form. So and now print, use round function and do some operation here. Rounding 3.567. Okay. To what decimals? I want to restrict to 2 decimals. So I'm writing 2 here. Let's check whether this works or not. Yes. Here, using a round function, we have converted this float number into, restricted the number of decimals after this point into 2 decimals. So 3.26 is a number. So I guess this is understandable. Now this is how Python handles the numbers from simple integers to complex numbers. So better understanding, practicing these examples can be quite useful. So I guess this video is useful to you. Thank you for watching.